Alright, it's a beautiful spring day. The flowers are in bloom, the trees are beginning to bud, its leaves are coming out. And if you ever wondered about doing photography on flowers and photographing flowers, I'll have a couple links up above and also at the end. Today I'm at the Nipmuc River Trail here in Harrisville, Rhode Island. It's a trail that is partially on private property and partially on state land, although the property owners have been gracious about opening up the land for us to use and to hike down. Warm day, it's middle of May. Wearing orange because it is turkey season, although I'm probably going to end up losing this sweatshirt along the way. Trail starts out. It follows along the edge of this property and goes all the way down to the pine grove to the river. So we're going to get started hiking it. Alrighty, so we're starting to enter the pine grove right now. Starting to enter into the part of the trail that possibly appears to be state-owned. Looks like they've got some benches up ahead and also got a signboard. So we'll take a look at that in a minute. Yeah, there's nothing on the signboard right now at the moment. So it's got a box possibly for trail maps. There's nothing in there at the moment. Alright, so while I'm walking, I just want to take a couple minutes to talk to you about a couple things. First of all, I don't mention merch or my products on my channel because this channel is all about my outdoor ventures. It's all about taking you into the outdoors. I don't want my channel turning into being a marketing thing about my merch. However, with the state slowly starting to reopen, my catalog is going to be changing a little bit as far as what I offer. You can find the links to my product catalog in my channel header, or you can also find it down in the links. You can go to my website, sherviewphotography.com. With some of these states reopening and manufacturing reopening, we're coming up on the time of the year where we usually start designing our products and stuff for the Christmas ordering season. It usually starts now in May up through September. Problem I'm running into this year is I'm having to discontinue some of my products. Reason being, as manufacturing starts to reopen, some of the manufacturers are just not coming back. They're saying it's too difficult as far as who to rehire, whether to bring back half their staff, and if so, who. Also, the new restrictions, the added costs about masks and all this other stuff, and not being able to operate a full operation. They just said forget it. So those products have been discontinued. I get daily and weekly emails, so I've begun removing some of those links to my product pages. Other ones are probably going to be discontinued for about a year or so as they slowly bring up operations because they cannot operate fully, so they're just concentrating on certain products. So I'll be making decisions throughout the year which way I go on that. Another update, fly fishing. I know a lot of you watch my channel for fly fishing. This spring we have had a lot of wind, a lot of heavy rain, we've had snow, so fly fishing conditions just weren't great. You cannot cast a fly with 50-mile-an-hour winds. So those videos unfortunately have been put on hold till later this season, although we're starting to get out of the prime trout fishing season. Mountain biking, we'll continue doing that until it gets too hot during the summer. And then also regular fishing, I'll be continuing to do that during the summer, and I'll be taking sporadic hikes depending on how warm it gets during the summer and it gets too hot to hike. But enough about those updates. Let's continue our walk. looks like they built a nice little amphitheater area here with some benches and a table. We're back in the pine forest now, and as you can see by the amount of trees that are broken, bent, half chopped off, we have had a bad year for winds this year. This spring has been very windy. It's like somebody's been through here to keep the trail open. They say this trail is not marked properly and people have been having a hard time following it. Don't know if it's the amount of traffic. I don't know if it's the amount of traffic or the fact that they decided to maintain it compared to what the review said, but trail looks properly marked. We got white markings on the trees. As you can see, it's wide open, pat down, maintained. Not sure exactly what their reviews are talking about as far as not being properly marked, but we're on our way down to the river going through the pine forest right now. I'm back at the river, and I'll be totally honest with you, this trail is definitely underrated. They say it's a good hike, but I'll tell you, once you get back to this river area, it is just beautiful. This is what New England scenery is all about. I just love the looks of this. Haven't seen any trout in the river, but it's just beautiful nevertheless. Beautiful, beautiful spot, beautiful hike, beautiful area back here at the river. back in the car now, and that was an awesome 2-mile loop. That trail is highly underrated, especially once you get back to the river area. Just so beautiful, peaceful, the birds chirping this time of year. Totally enjoyed myself. Easy, it's an easy trail, and the reviews on all trails just don't do it justice. It's a beautiful, beautiful trail.